Welcome to the Cherry 50 wall, a home wall that I've been training at for the last month. Cherry is the type of wood that it's made out of, and 50 degrees is what it's set at. It's a wall filled with crimps, slopers, pinches, and even a few jugs too. It's been really wonderful climbing again, and it's been fun climbing on a scatter board. Really forces you to be creative when you're setting routes. This has all been made possible by my boy Brendan. Brendan is a really accomplished climber. I highly recommend you check out his Instagram, Ravioli Triceps. He posts all kinds of videos of him sending outdoors and inside. This is him climbing Thrutcher, which is a V11 at 50 degrees. A pretty impressive climb, especially that move. And it also contains a Brendan Barr's classic maneuver, which is the hand flip. This route was set by Dylan Barks, another native Michigander. Really cool to see some strong dudes coming out of the Mitten State. And like I said, if you want to see more impressive sends like this, check out his Instagram. Promise you won't be disappointed. Plus, that was a cool flip off. Brendan has made these awesome wooden holds that are on the wall, and these are easily my favorite. The texture is interesting, it's soft on your fingers, it doesn't tear up your skin. They're really fun to use, and they've definitely been in quite a few of the routes that we have been setting. He actually made them out of logs too, straight up logs. So welcome back, JaybirdTV. So here I'm just getting warmed up. And essentially what happened is we climbed together for a month and set some really quality problems. And of course, I had to get back into shape. It's been a great training tool to do that. The angle makes everything powerful. I've been trying to do a better job of keeping my feet on. Ironically, I know it came off right there, but it's been helping my core a lot. And definitely my finger strength is starting to bounce back. And it feels really great to just be able to climb again. In this video, I'll be attempting to send a few of my favorite routes that we have worked on over the last month, including one which is a project I worked on for the entire month and I only got recently. But here, just trying to have a slow, controlled warm-up. And the fact that there are only difficult to use holds for the majority of it makes it really fun to use and challenging. There are a few jugs on there, like I previously mentioned, but really the majority of them are going to be crimps or slopers or pinches, so I really do love those wooden holds though. They're very cool. Terra Firma doesn't have any wooden holds, so it's been super interesting to use those. But now let's get it into the climbs. So the first climb is named Jay affectionately. It's a V6. So it begins down low, and I'm gastoning that wooden pinch. And I go out to yet another gaston and hand flip, but I actually forgot about a hold. But thanks to the Spray app, it's an app where you can take a picture of the wall and then you can actually create your own routes on it using these circles. It's a really cool tool. You can name them and grade them. So I popped that open and remembered that there was another wooden pinch, which is just above the one that I start on. So this means I can go out to the Gaston, come into that pinch, and dry fire.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Not the way I wanted to get my session started, but it happens. So once again, hopping into J and sticking that big move. I did set this one. I really love big moves and especially pinches. From here, just a left move up and get a heel hook to go to finish. The next climb is to the moon and back. This is a V7 that I've also set. I took the liberty of just circling these on screen because it's a little easier to see than screenshots of the Spray app. It starts on 2 pockets and goes to this wooden moon. Get a bicycle down low, match it, and then carefully walk your feet up. A really core intensive move. From there, I know I'm only using the bottom of the rail, but I like the moon kick out to the finish. And done. I actually worked on that one a decent amount, so it's cool to see some progress being made. This is the CRIMP project. Brendan set this to get his fingers back into shape, and it's difficult to see one of the holds, but they're all crimps, that is for sure. So going up right, squeezing your core, getting the left foot up, and coming into an undercling. I do a foot switch and then bump up to the next crimp, which I really need to get set on. From here, I turn my knee in, bump my hand, and here is the crux. There I just entirely miss, but that is really the crux of the route. I have sent this one before the video, and what was really crucial was climbing quickly, efficiently, and then making sure that my right hand was set up and really locked in there, and then I have to turn my left knee in when I go out left to that red hold. It's the only way I could keep my foot on. It's rather slippery, and your foot will pop in no time if you're not maintaining core tension. So here, just really gritting down, trying to make sure I'm set up, and making that lunge. There I was able to hit it, but wasn't able to keep the foot. And I don't show it, but I did play around and realize that there was a higher foot that I could use, which blew my mind because I worked on this thing for like a month and never even tried this beta. We'll say it didn't make it feel a lot easier, but I could toe in just a bit more. So with my new beta equipped and after giving it a solid try, hop back on, grab that first crimpy pinch, come into the undercling, get my feet switched, hit that crimp, move my foot up, bump to the next undercling, and I just managed to really squeeze, do the foot switch, and go to the finish. And I actually hit the top of the wall for a split second, so I was really amped to get that one. Next up is going to be, I'm just chalking up here, a route called Dope. Great name on that one. This is probably my and also Brendan's favorite climb that we set. Starts down low and you have that classic right hand flip to really use your bicep. This move going to the sloper here, you really need to squeeze the sloper in order to keep your hips in. Match on this pinch low, get the right foot up, and this is crux, going out left and sticking that. That one took me the entire month of projecting to get to, and I lacked the momentum there to swing the heel hook over, but I was pretty happy that I grabbed that left hand, the wooden crimp. So once again from the start, I love this move here, really keeping your hips in the wall and down low, matching this pinch. The texture on that is awesome too. Brendan actually took like a tool and like put texture into it. It's rad. So they're moving my right hand up and able to snipe that left heel. And from there, just a big lunge up to the finish, and it's done. Another one down. Pretty amped. Is this cool? V8. Oh, I love the names on these. Brendan set this and wasn't sure if it'd go or if it'd be cool, but it turned out to be an awesome route. So going to a 2-finger pocket undercling, you do a hand-foot match, stand up and grab that pinch, and from here, it's a thrusting motion out left. It's quite difficult, and before I had to do this weird Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing where I got 2 fingers on top of the pinch, but this time it actually felt better just to straight up pinch it, so that's a big improvement in my pinch strength. I'm really happy about that. Able to get the move in isolation. I now just try and replicate what I felt and catch it, campus up, do a hand-foot match here, and then cross into that long wooden pinch or crimp, I guess. Hit these last slopers and just a move out to the finish. That finish was actually a heartbreaker for me on a lot of these problems because the way it's angled, you have to be a bit accurate. Happy I snagged it there. This is freestyle. I actually set this V8 from my bedroom at home via the app when I wanted to climb one day and couldn't. And it actually ended up being really rad. The beginning is a bit interesting because you need to cross over, and in order to do so, you have to drop knee your right knee, your right leg. Cross up into this really interesting crimp pocket, grab the left crimp down low, and a big move up left. I missed there, and it's really essential to drive with your right foot, so it's a bit off balance, which is really interesting. So here, hitting that cross move, the crimp, trying to bump that crimp up to the top piece, snagging that, and then I have to come to the sloper here, do a hand-foot match, and go to this absolutely brutal pinch. Here I need to do another hand-foot match, and get wrecked. That was a real fall. Thankfully there were crash pads on the cement floor there. So after that incident, I decided to give it another shot. I mean, why not? Managed to stick the move out left, come into the really big sloper. I found the pinch was a bit better if I hit it up high where it was a little thinner. Managed to get the hand-foot match, and that's a crossover to this really interesting sloper. Brendan actually put a paint on it to give it a little texture. Grab the next with a toe, and that's the accuracy I'm talking about. Two of my fingers didn't get behind that handle, so I wasn't able to hold it. Definitely a heartbreaker. So I figure one more try. I'm pretty fatigued, but I really want to get this climb. So snagging up left, falling into the sloper. I need to move my heel down, grab that pinch and squeeze for dear life, and cross over, and I'm not able to hold it, and I am toasted. So that is going to be all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Mad love to everyone on the home walls out there. Peace.